What if everything you were told about the pyramids in school was missing the most important detail? A question has always haunted history. Why would a pharaoh dedicate his entire empire, his wealth, and his people just to build a house of stone? Why was the house of stone more important than the gold? I'm on a 365-day journey to answer clear all your doubts. We cover first 10 days, the important details, and the basic ones also, and we are recapping every single thing you need to know about the genius, the math, and the mystery behind the pyramids. This isn't just a tomb. It's the greatest engineering project in human history. Let's begin our journey. Before the giants of Giza, there were just boxes. For centuries, Egyptian kings were buried under simple, flat, mud brick benches called mastabas. It was supposed to be an eternal house for the soul. But around 2670 BC, a genius architect named Imhotep wanted something more for his pharaoh Djoser. He didn't just want a tomb, he wanted a staircase to the heavens. This is the day one of explaining how they made pyramids by Imhotep. So let's go. Story start when Imhotep went straight to the king and said,
"The geometry must change. If we take the mastaba and place a smaller one on top and then another, we create a staircase."
After listening this, a construction worker said,
Imhotep is crazy. He says, no more mud bricks. He wants us to cut solid limestone. Do you know how heavy this is?
Finally, the step pyramid is done. It is not perfect, but it is the first mountain made by man. The step pyramid was a miracle, but for the new pharaoh, Sneferu, it was just a stack of boxes. He didn't want stairs. He wanted a true geometric pyramid. He ordered his engineers to take the existing tower at Meidum and smooth it out. This is day 2 of explaining how they made pyramids and how they failed. The trouble began when Sneferu rejected the old design and said,
The gods do not walk on steps. The rays of the sun are straight lines. Fill the gaps. Cover the steps with smooth limestone. I want a perfect horizon, no more edges.
But they hadn't invented the physics of friction yet. But they start their work. One day a worker ran from the site screaming and said,
"It is not holding! We are packing loose stones against smooth steps! There is no grip! The outer casing!"
After the disaster at Meidum, Pharaoh Sneferu didn't quit. He started a new one at Dashur, but he made the exact same mistake. He built it steep, 54 degrees, a mountain of stone pointing straight up. This is day 3, the day the math broke. And when math broke, stone begins to crack. The pyramid itself speaks. Engineers said,
"It is crushing itself. The angle is too steep. The weight of the stones above is shattering the chambers below. If we keep going at 54 degrees, the whole thing explodes. We cannot abandon it. We are halfway to the sky. Change the angle. Bend it inward. Finish it at 43 degrees. It will look strange, but it will stand."
They saved the structure but created the bent pyramid, an engineering oddity. Sneferu still didn't have his perfect triangle. Tomorrow, he gets it right. After success of bent pyramid, they try many years for triangle shape, but they don't get it. Sneferu disappointed, and one day he said,
"I have built a mountain that collapsed. I have built a mountain that he beat. I am growing old. I do not want to be buried in a mistake. We try one last time."
This is day 4 of explaining how they made pyramids. So finally, an engineer got an idea.
The steep angle is death. We start low this time, 43 degrees, constant, from the bottom to the peak, and we lay the stones flat, course by course, no leaning.
And this idea worked. The Red Pyramid at Dashur. It wasn't the biggest, but it was the first successful smooth-sided pyramid ever built. Sneferu figured it out. Sneferu do his job perfectly. Will his son Khufu can dream bigger? Sneferu died. No, it's Khufu's turn to build a mystery. He said,
My father Sneferu built 3 pyramids to get one right. He spent a fortune. But he left me a stable kingdom and a full treasury. Now, it is my turn. I will not build another pyramid. I will build a mountain.
This is day 5 of explaining how they made pyramids. So let's start. The project moves to Giza, the start of the Great Pyramid.
To go higher than Sneferu, we cannot build on sand. We need the Giza Plateau. This is solid bedrock. It can hold 6 million tons of stone without sinking. This is where we make our stand.
Engineers finish their planning and perform it in front of Khufu. After listening their ideas, he said,
Make it perfect. Orient it to true north. Use the white limestone from Tura. Let it shine so bright it blinds the sun. Begin the levee. Summon the workers.
The location is set. The architect is ready. Tomorrow, we have to figure out how to feed 20,000 men. They start their work, but there is a new challenge began. An engineer, Hemiunu, said,
Pharaoh wants a mountain of stone. A mountain needs an army to move it. Not soldiers, farmers. We need 20,000 men when the Nile floods. Where do they sleep? What do they eat?
This is day 6 of explaining how they made pyramids. New challenge is how to feed a pop-up city of 20,000 people. Hemiunu decided that before making pyramids, he have to make an entire city for all labors, where women's grow their vegetables and made food, and all the man start building pyramid. But a student of Hemiunu is not happy with this decision. He said,
Listen to me, Hemiunu. They are not slaves. They are Egyptians doing their duty for tax break. Why are you building an entire city just to build a tomb?
But Hemiunu did not listen to them and built a city first and said,
Our city is ready. It smells like smoke, sweat, and onions. The engine is ready. We have the muscle. Tomorrow, we give them hammers and open the quarry.
They successfully cut the stone. Now the new challenge is how to move it. They don't have wheeled carts, but they have to drag 2.5 tons of dead weight across the desert floor. This is day 8 of explaining how they made pyramids. This is the day when physics hack made it possible. Hemiunu already figured it out. He said,
Stop fighting the desert. Use it. Put the block on a wooden sled, and you with the water jar walk in front. Wet the sand.
This is the first time when labor happy with the order of Hemiunu. They turned physics into a rhythm.
Keep the water flowing. If the sand dries, the sled stops, and I will hit you to the ropes.
But now that the blocks are at the base, how do we get them up? Tomorrow, the ramp debate begins. The spiral ramp solved the slope problem, but it created a traffic nightmare. Every time they reach a corner, they have to turn a 20-foot sled 90 degrees. They can't just steer 2.5 tons. It gets stuck. This is day 10 of explaining how they made pyramids. This is the day of drifting a rock. The corner is tight, the sled is massive, and it won't budge. Hemiunu has a plan for this.
Don't pull against the wall. Use the post. We drive a cedar trunk into the corner, grease the ground with clay. We unhook the main ropes, hook a side rope, and spin the sled around the post. It is a pivot, not a turn.
They start the work as Hemiunu ordered.
Clear! Rehitch the main ropes! Move! The next block is right behind you. We have 200 more to move before sunset.
They mastered the corners, but the higher they went, the harder it got to keep the center straight. Tomorrow, the precision nightmare starts. So 10 days of secrets, and we're just getting started. Who do you think really gave them the idea to build like this? Let me know your theories in the comments. I'll be replying to as many as I can. Don't forget to like and share this compilation if you learned something new today. I'll see you in the next one as we dive even deeper into the mystery. Like, share, subscribe, bye-bye.